Okay, at 6 p.m., I'll call the June 2nd meeting of the City of Carrollton Mayor and Council to order. If you'll all stand, we'll have our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dr. Landrum, would y'all remain standing? Would you come and do our invocation for us, please?
Bow your heads, if you will. Gracious, wonderful, almighty God, we thank you for another opportunity to come together and discuss the business of this community. Lord, we ask that you would be with all of our thoughts and deeds as we have concern for this community and all that surrounds it. Lord, bless each individual person represented here. Bless this city, bless this nation. In the precious name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Let every heart say, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Landrum. Haley, do we have any citizens' comments? Okay, all right. We have the minutes from our May 2025 meetings. Do I have a motion to adopt? I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The next item on our agenda is our mayor and council announcements and comments. Councilman Bridges, would you want to start?
Good evening. I just want to say that the sun is out. Y'all get out and get you some vitamin D. The sun is out. Y'all get out and get some vitamin D and enjoy this great weather. And if you go to the water park, make sure you get ready to get wet. And just enjoy. Thank you.
Councilman Ogle?
Good evening, everyone. I don't have anything.
Okay. All right. Councilman Ledbetter?
I'll just reiterate what Councilman Bridges said. It's summertime. I hope everybody's ready to enjoy all the activities that are going to take place, the night markets, the concerts down at the AMP. There's just going to be a lot of really cool things going on in the city of Carrollton this summer, and I hope everybody will get out and enjoy it.
Okay.
I just want to say I think it's very interesting that I've been getting my reminder to sign up for the half marathon, and the West Georgia Track Club is here tonight to make sure I do. So y'all can give me the side eye throughout the evening. I did take a long run today, though, if I can get a little credit for that.
Oh, well, I just want to say how excited I am. Every time I turn around, there's something exciting happening in our city. Of course, we've got our water park, and that's been so successful. We've had our pickleball courts. We've had a concert. You know, there's lots of things going on downtown, a renovation of the downtown area. I know there's been some inconvenience with the paving and things, but it's going to be worth it all when it's all finished, and we're very proud of it. And I would also like to recognize our city manager, and he never likes to be recognized, but Mr. Brooks has completed his certification as a city manager. Not that he needed it, but anyway, this was a 10-month course? 10-month course, and he completed that this month or last month, and we want to congratulate him on that. It was a lot of work. So with that, I'll let you make your comments.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thanks for the for the recognition. It was a really good course. I just appreciate being able to work for folks that allow me to continue professional development and continue networking and growing in my position. So it was good. Met a lot of good people, and have folks that I can call on now when I get in situations where I don't know what to do. I've got a whole nother network of people I can call. So anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying the summer and all the activities that we have going on. Like Councilman Ledbetter said, if there's something for everybody in Carrollton, we're proud of that. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda items for consideration. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda items as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, our first item is a designation that we have received, and this designation has been something that our city has been very proud of, not the designation, but the fact that we do the half marathon. And even if you're not a runner, if you'll come out, it is just such a rewarding time to see all the people that come into Carrollton from over the United States to run in this marathon. And our West Georgia Running Club helped with or did the application to have us designated as the City of Carrollton runner-friendly community. So I'm going to ask Erica to give us a little bit of background on that, and then we have a proclamation for them.
Yes, and I won't read through the proclamation since I believe you're probably going to do that. But just a quick update. So the West Georgia Track Club has been a partner of ours. They've co-hosted the Carrollton Half Marathon with us for the last, five years, and they did completely carried the football on getting this designation for us. So the Roadrunners Club of America does select exemplary communities who put an emphasis on runner safety and collaboration with both the government and local government and also other nonprofits as it relates to hosting events and volunteerism. And we were awarded the runner-friendly community that will last through 2028. You can certainly look on the website to see all of the communities, but I feel like we're in good company for sure. We will be putting up signs on the Greenbelt, and I brought one of them today, along the Greenbelt, acknowledging that partnership and then also acknowledging that our runner-friendly community status. I do have the president of the West Georgia Track Club and a few of the members here. I think, Amber, did you want to say something just real quickly? She's the president.
Absolutely.
And then if you want to read through the designation.
Okay. All right. You want to come up?
And just so y'all know, the West Georgia Track Club's actually, they're the ones that came to us about the half marathon. It was not the opposite. So, they came and said, hey, can we host a half marathon on the Greenbelt? And at first we were pretty skeptical because it does, it taxes our public safety. We wind up using it's about 30 officers, isn't it, throughout the course of that morning. So it literally is an organization-wide event. It's a fun event, even if you're not a runner. And everybody has a big party at the end. And Stacy, Wednesday is World Running Day, so this is very timely. So if you're going to run again, make sure you run your long run on Wednesday because it is World Running Day on June 4th, I guess.
Okay.
So.
Amber?
We just want to say thank you on behalf of the track club. Like you said, we did start the Carrollton Half with the track club, and over the years it has transitioned to become a city race. And that's something we're proud of because it's the ownership that the city's taken on. We've carried the mantle to y'all, to the city, and y'all have taken it up, and you do a fantastic job. And we get to be partners in that now. And so we're just thankful for the recognition that we've been given through this. It's not just the Carrollton Half that made this happen, but the partnership between all parties, like you mentioned. So we just want to say thank you. We're happy to be here. We consider it an honor to live, work, and run in this community.
Thank you. It's a great partnership. Okay, from the Office of the Mayor, Carrollton, Georgia, Certificate of Recognition, Runner-Friendly Community issued by the Roadrunners Club of America in recognition of the city's esteemed designation as a runner-friendly community by the Roadrunners Club of America. Whereas the City of Carrollton proudly hosts a vibrant running community prominently supported by the West Georgia Track Club, which was established by a dedicated group of individuals who share a passion for running, and whereas the Roadrunners Club of America honors communities that exemplify collaboration with both public and private organizations to foster a supportive environment for running and ensuring the infrastructure necessary for safe physical activity, and whereas to earn this esteemed designation, community must satisfy stringent criteria including a comprehensive network of sidewalks, multi-use trails, paths, and shared lanes, ensuring pedestrian safety with vehicle traffic, control measures such as stop signs, and clearly marked crosswalks. Additionally, water fountains, bathrooms, and accessible parking near the trails or path systems are vital. with trails maintained year-round. Whereas the city of Carrollton is the home of the Carrollton Greenbelt, along with numerous green spaces and parks, which collectively affirm the city's strong commitment to promoting healthy living and distinguishing it from other communities. And whereas the West Georgia Track Club, as a nonprofit member organization, actively promotes healthier lifestyles through running and walking and offers its members and the wider community ample opportunities for training, racing, socializing, and volunteering. And whereas the West Georgia Track Club took the initiative to sponsor the application for Carrollton's designation as a runner-friendly community by the Roadrunners Club of America. And whereas the city of Carrollton has been honored with the designation of runner-friendly community by the Roadrunners Club of America, a recognition that extends through the year 2028. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the mayor and council of the city of Carrollton, Georgia, proudly acknowledge the West Georgia Track Club for its outstanding efforts in advancing health and community spirit. The city celebrates the prestigious designation as a runner-friendly community by the Roadrunners Club of America. In witness thereof, we have hereunto set our hand and caused the seal of the city of Carrollton, Georgia, to be affixed the 2nd day of June, 2025. And it's signed by me, Betty B. Cason. All right, y'all want to come up?
And the price just went up, and it will go up again. Thank y'all for having us. I'm gonna let you fix this.
Sit here and drink my Coke. As I sit here and drink my Coke. Okay. The next item on our agenda is a rezoning request, and there's something I need to read before we start. At this time, we will hear rezoning requests. Since many of you may have not previously attended a public hearing on a zoning request, I want to quickly review our procedure. No person in attendance shall speak unless formally recognized. Upon rising to speak, each person recognized shall state their name and home address. Speakers must not employ tactics of intimidation, profanity, or threats of violence in their comment. All comments shall be directed to the mayor and council, not to the petitioner or those in opposition. In accordance with Georgia law, each side, not each individual, is allowed 10 total minutes of public input. This means that all of those speaking in favor of the request have a total of 10 minutes, and all those speaking in opposition of the request have a total of 10 minutes. Time devoted to questions and answers that the elected officials may ask should not be counted against the time limitations. Since we do have limited time, please try to avoid restating what another may have already stated. The applicant shall be allowed to speak first in order to present the application. Others may then speak, indicating first their support for or opposition to the application. The applicant will then be allowed time for rebuttal. Rebuttal must be limited to points or issues raised by the opponents to the application at the hearing. All right, so at this time, Ms.
The first item on your agenda is a rezoning request. The request is to revise an existing condition in the ER3 zoning district, which is the estate residential zoning district. And the request is specifically to revise the condition as it relates to the structure buffer in the city sewer lift station. This property was initially annexed and rezoned into the city in 2024. It's along the north side of Martin Cemetery Road, and the specific address is 115 Martin Cemetery Road. It's approximately 4.2 acres. And the initial condition related to the buffer from the city's lift station, which kind of sits at the center of the primary tract. At the time, a condition was placed that there had to be a 200-foot buffer from any structures from the city's lift station. The applicant is requesting at this time to revise that condition to allow for the construction of a garage. There's no habitable space in the garage. It's a detached garage that will be accessory to the primary structure. The Planning Commission did review this request in May, and they made the following recommendation to approve and amend the condition as follows. A 200-foot structure buffer shall be required along all lot lines adjacent to the City Carrollton lift station for any structure where any portion is utilized as habitable living space. That should address the garage concern. And the Planning Commission did make this recommendation at a 7-0 vote. I believe the applicant's here if you have any questions.
All right. Mr. Camp, would you like to address our...
Hello. Thank you guys for hearing us tonight. Jeff Camp, reside at 8720 Rose Avenue, Douglasville, Georgia. And as Erica had mentioned, I'm asking for a buffer, and this is my personal residence that my wife and I are moving to, and it's just for the garage only.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see.
Anxious to see what you're going to build out there.
Yes, but I assure you, it will be nice.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure
it'll be an I shouldn't say an improvement, but it'll be an asset to the community. It's
I'm
a
sure
nice
it
area
will
over
be.
there.
All right.
I would like to say my wife and I are looking forward to becoming Carrollton residents. So
We're looking forward to having you.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Is there anyone here to speak in opposition of this application? Okay, hearing none. Do I have a motion to grant the rezoning request with the, I'm sorry. Okay, with the conditions and the revised conditions that were added by the Planning Commission? All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, the next rezoning request is for 104 Martin Cemetery Road.
Yes, this particular request is actually on the south side of the same property. This tract was annexed into the city in 2024, along with the northern tract that you guys just reviewed. Again, there was a host of conditions that were placed on the tract, including the site plan that was submitted at the time was binding. As the petitioner moved through and got into engineering, they did see a need to revise that said site plan. The condition specifically is just regarding that site plan, although we are going to remove that structure buffer off of this one because everything is outside of that 200 feet anyway at this point. The particular request is to increase the unit count in the ER1 zone from 23 lots to 28 lots, and then also include 11.6 acres of green space with that. The site plan is in your packet. The Planning Commission did review this request in their May Planning Commission meeting, and they did recommend approval with the conditions that really, quite frankly, existed when it was initially annexed and rezoned, but with that amended site plan. At this time, they also recommend that 200-foot structure buffer that was condition 3 be removed because all of these lots will be outside of that 200 feet anyway, so it just cleans that up. The recommendation was a 7-0 vote, and the same petitioner, so he's here today.
Paul Zachas, good to see you guys. Happy summer to you. Paul Zachas, 3500 Raintree Court, Douglasville, Georgia. Yeah, so the only reason that we had made this change, we had our first site plan. We were concerned about the soils. Ended up that we had better soils, so we were able to add 5 more lots to it. Still a state lot, still probably 2+ acres per lot, so it doesn't really change anything other than just giving us 5 more.
I actually like the layout better on this particular subdivision than the one that was presented earlier. So I think good job on reestablishing a better layout.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, does anybody have any questions? All right, thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
All right, do I have a motion? Oh, I'm sorry, is anybody in opposition? Okay, hearing none. Do I have a motion to rezone 104 Martin Cemetery Road from ER1 with conditions to ER1 with revised conditions previously and brought to the council?
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Thank y'all. Okay, the next rezoning request is 116 Brock Street.
Yes. The final rezoning request on your agenda is a rezoning request from RM, which is residential multifamily, with 6 units per acre density, to RM 15, which is also residential multifamily, but with 15 units per acre. This particular request is for the Cross Creek Apartments at the end of Rock Street. This request at this time is for administrative purposes only. If you recall, about 7 years ago, we reduced the allowable density in RM unless by special use down to 6 units per acre, which brought the existing complex out of compliance. The property has recently sold, and the property owners would like to be in compliance. I think it makes everything from insurance to financing and everything else easier. So they would at this time request the RM15 zoning designation only because the existing density is 11.21 units per acre, and that's literally the only one that they could have where it would be in compliance. At this time, they are not proposing any additional development on the 8.92 acre tract. The recommendation to approve was the Planning Commission, recommended approval at their May meeting with the following conditions: that the maximum density for the 8.92 acre tract is 11.21 units per acre, which totals out to be 101 units, which is what is existing. Number 2, that flock cameras be installed at the developer's expense at the entrance of the complex. This is one that you've seen in some of the other requests, and so this is a time that we can ask for it, so that's what we're doing. Number 3, any future development or redevelopment of the site requires site plan approval by the mayor and city council. That's if the property was completely scraped and they wanted to start over. They would have to come before this body. The Planning Commission did make a recommendation of 5-1 with 1 abstention. Okay. I believe the petitioner's representatives here.
Okay, so I have someone from Vantage Point. Oh.
You get me.
I get you? That's okay. I like
John
that.
Bass. I'm with Georgian West. I am here representing the applicant, 105 Corporate Drive, Carrollton. It is pretty self-explanatory, but it's a little weird too. I know there's been a few of these come up. The applicant bought the property in November 2024, and through that acquisition, they realized that the property is actually a non-conforming zoning. That created some hardships and kind of stumbling blocks in the road of transaction. It didn't stop it, but it just made things a little harder. So obviously, when they got it, they had really quickly called us to talk about what can we do to fix this problem, because it is a problem. Complex was built in the late 80s, and like Eric said, with a change in the RM zoning a few years ago, it became non-conforming. Since they bought it, they've really not look to add any units to this. They're really just trying to get some paperwork cleaned up, for lack of a better word.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Bass.
You got any questions?
Anybody have questions?
I think so.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition of the request? Okay. Do I have a motion to rezone 116 Brock Street from RM to RM15, which is multifamily 15 units per acre? With the conditions as stated with the Planning Commission.
So moved.
Have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. Is any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. The next item on our agenda is the FY 25-26 budget adoption.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We obviously start this budget process in January, and we have numerous conversations that are ongoing throughout the process, and we do our best to come up with a budget that takes care of the citizens, it takes care of our employees, and it takes care of the needs of the city, and continues to provide services and amenities that we all enjoy here in Carrollton. I'd like to commend Kevin and his staff for putting the budget together and getting us where we need to be. Our department heads for being very diligent in their budgeting process every single year, and then not just being diligent in the budgeting process, but being diligent in making sure that we do everything we can to stay within the budget that is set. This budget hasn't changed since we went to our retreat. We talked about it extensively when we went on our budget retreat. And then Kevin went over it last month at the budget, at the mayor council meeting at our budget hearing. And, it's not changed since then, and we would ask that you guys would approve the budget tonight to begin July 1.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt the budget as presented for the FY 25-26 budget year?
So moved.
Have a motion. To have a second? Okay, I have a motion and a second. Is there any questions? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. The next item on our agenda is the estimated rollback rate for our property tax.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Mayor. As we talked about in our work session, as part of the House Bill 581 criteria, every taxable agent, that would be us as the municipal taxing authority, the county school system, and the city school system, have two options on this when the tax assessments go out. We can not certify the estimated rollback tax rate, and then the amount of taxes that they would have based on today's rate, based on today's millage rate, would be what would show up on the bill. Or we could certify an estimated rollback rate, which we recommended at our last meeting be our current millage rate, 4.082, and then when the assessments go out, the bill won't be on there, the amount of taxes they'll have to pay, but just their assessments and then what goes into that. The county school system, and the city school system have all chosen to certify the estimated rollback rate as what the current millage rate is. It is not binding. It can't be. The final tax digest has not been set yet. That probably won't be until sometime in August. We are not setting the millage rate. It does not bind us to not being able to roll back or increase the millage rate when we do get our digest. But we're just going to use last year's millage rate of 4.082 as the estimated millage rate, and we'd ask that you would vote to certify that tonight as the estimated rollback rate that will go on the tax assessor's bills, or tax assessor's notice when they send it out, not the actual bill.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we certify the existing tax rate as what will be the estimated rollback rate for the upcoming year.
Okay. Have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. Have a motion and a second. Is there any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, the next item on our agenda is board appointment for Carrollton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Yes, ma'am. As we talked about in our work session, Mr. Dorsey has asked us to consider the positions that are becoming vacant. We have two upcoming vacancies. The at-large position currently held by Mike Hart and the food service position currently held by Chris Duffy. They expire June the 30th. They are requesting that the mayor and council reappoint Hart and Duffy to new terms. Hart manages Sambaloka and is currently the board president. Duffy is the owner of downtown Carrollton's oldest restaurant, the Corner Cafe. Both have indicated they'd be willing to continue to serve if it is the desire of the mayor and council. Mr. Dorsey's asking that you guys consider voting them, approving them tonight, and if you do so, they'll be appointed to another 3-year term that through June the 30th, 2028.
Okay, do I have a motion to reappoint Mike Hart and Chris Duffy to the Carrollton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau?
So moved.
Have a motion. To have a second?
Second.
Is there any questions or further nominations? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. The next item on the agenda is the board appointment for the Arts Commission.
Yes, ma'am. We have 4 vacancies, I believe, coming up on the Arts Commission. John Morris, Mimi Gentry, and Dr. Kelly Steed will have each completed their full terms on June the 30th. The Arts Commission recommends Aaron Dixon, the senior lecturer of art at UWG, Melissa Crawford, who's a local studio artist, and Haley Hendrickson, who is the president of the Villa Rica Arts Coalition and serves on our art festival committee. Dr. Howard Seaman will have completed his first term on June the 30th. The Arts Commission recommends that Mr. Seaman be reappointed to serve another 3-year term. If appointed, it will be effective July 1, 2025, and go through June 30th, 2028.
Who was the one before Howard?
He's just going to be reappointed.
I know, but who was I got Melissa,
Okay.
Aaron, and who was the other?
Hallie. Melissa, and then Hallie Hendrickson.
Okay, do I have a motion to appoint Aaron Dixon, Melissa Crawford, Howard Seaman, and Hallie Dickerson?
So moved.
Do I have a second, or is there any other nominations? Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any other nominations? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. The next item on our agenda is adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none. Meeting adjourned.